was some problem. I don't know how I had what I touched in this iPad, so I could have the problem. My apologies. I'm back. Really, I apologize. Those individuals they joined me earlier. Really, I didn't know what went wrong. But anyway, for the time, whatever you're gonna watch this live, I just came here just to have a chat and also hear your opinions, your views. I appreciate for coming back. I had a technical issue because I'm doing this live from my iPad. Really, I apologize if I have created inconvenience to anybody. My sincere apologies. Okay, this is a reaction of two videos, but also a discussion. It's open discussion. If you guys want to throw comments or questions, what I think, what I see from this YouTube Envoy at video medley in number one. It's quite interesting that YouTube has sent it. Thank you for rejoining me if you earlier been here. I had the technical issues. We have a second person. Yes, I was saying this is basically a chat where we can react and then also we can talk, exchange ideas and opinions. What I'm going to do here basically is track back some events on this solo traveler, this African solo traveler, but also I want to highlight here certain issues about Aara, why YouTube has sent this envoy to video medley on the basically on the last legs of the party. IamMoz, right there. Well, gentlemen, the reason why YouTube has sent this envoy to video medley, you have to go back a lot. You have to look so many factors, so many things that what Aara has done and how Aara has grown. It's quite interesting to open yourself to accept certain things and also be able to give credit to Aara. One of the things of Aara is humble, simple. Is not if you have seen Top Lodge, like Top Lodge is not from a wealthy family. If we have seen Curse or Lily's Life, Travel with Russell, and other YouTubers out there, big, even in Kenya, Aara have unique characteristics, very unique characteristics. One of the characteristics that Aara have is an environmentalist. Many of you don't realize Aara is an environmentalist, is a person try to use less carbon footprints. When Aara use high carbon footprints is when they have to travel a long distance, like from country to a country, or the weather condition like in Argentina, is when you see Aara go in a plane. You might opt for a different public transport. This is one the top points that these people in Silicon Valley decided to send this envoy to Nyambuans. The other top issue here that gives credit to the Silicon Valley thinkers is the content of Aara is not a script like a TV. No, is something spontaneous and unplanned. Just as a person say, today I'm going to do this, I'm going to visit this place, as he walks to that place, he develop his content. And one of the things more recent that I can recall that give value for you, I, and others to have these that I call addiction, a distraction, is the fact that IamMoz have this ability of communicate to a camera. Even he have a loss, he doesn't see in one eye, he have only one. He have this ability to dominate the camera. Like the camera became Frederick Marwa is the person talk to IamMoz. And that is what intrigues many. Like me, what I was intrigued about this individual, first of all, is the ability of talk to a camera and the ability to integrate you in the environment that is in. Well, those conjunction of factors, also this ability, relationship, behavior, and give, caring, as the wake up people, curiosity, what is all about IamMoz? If you're there, please, let's talk, please. Ask me questions, tell me your thoughts, while I'm gonna give you the reasons I see the presence of this envoy of YouTube in Villa Medellin at the Nyamboans. Also, one of the things here we need to understand that IamMoz has created a movement, a social movement, because the way he empowers others. I can recall Nairobi teacher. Let's talk about Nairobi teacher. Let's forget about the events in Washington. It's too much drama. If you remember Nairobi teacher 8 or 9 months back, let's look to Nyambowanzi and then we look to the surrounds of Nyambowanzi. This manager of YouTube, they in Silicon Valley, whatever it is in California where they are based, looking back, tracking back the AI tools and everything, they have spot out something very different here, gentlemen. What they have spot, there are things that IamMoz is doing that the computers, they can't capture. And then the flag raise. These things are missing on these AI tools and other tools they have, other softwares. Because on the videos of IamMoz, time to time, not because he wants to show, you see kids. If we had this gentleman talk about YouTube policies, about kids going to school, kids, abuse of child, and all these other policies and guidelines, is unaware that IamMoz show kids not because he wants to show a kid. No, he has his own trick. He has learned that if he shows a child, that will not give credit to his video. So his video will not be promoted. So this is how these people in Silicon Valley in California find out many flags on their softwares. The managers have access to all these, they control these like teams. This guy came, is a modernization policy. Basically, this guy comes to Nyambowanzi for one reason, assurances. And my understand, the presence of YouTube in Nyambowanzi on this party is assurances to understand what's going on, what is the positivity, what is the negativity. Remember, IamMoz is the only YouTuber with these two camps, positive, that create positive reactors, and numbers, huge numbers that on the end associate themselves. And also I see some two negative reactors just left the chat, and attract less reactors, negative reactors. Is those negative reactors not creating a wasteful time for YouTube? And that is one of the things that YouTube is intrigued about Aara, because there never ever been somebody out there. I watch a lot of the travelers out there, from American passport bros to Australian travelers. There is a massive travelers from Australia going towards inside the Asia continent, and there is also European travelers coming through Africa, some to Botswana. They want to be pilots, bush pilots, and things like that. And then everybody does the same. The boring content that recently we came from IamMoz. But here is something very interesting that I want to share with you. Let's leave what was saying. Let's go what is happening on the eyes of YouTube right now in IamMoz. Irene was very clever. This is something amazing. I'm going to tell you something about Irene that even me got surprised. Let's go first talk about Irene. Who discovered Irene? This is what YouTube look into. Is one of Aara's moderator. One Aara moderators is watching everybody. Is a very lovely person with a big heart. And this person has been rewarded something in IamMoz for good deeds to YouTubers and followers and family of Aara. This person from far away realized the reactions of Irene Jep are very positive. So, unaware of her skills, this is something you need to understand very well and very clear. Irene was not aware of her skills. Unaware of her skills, Irene was trying to find a platform that she could be part of something, have a sense of belong. And Aara is that man. We have seen what he done in Asia when he was in Philippines. He just handed over money to somebody that he didn't know just because of the problem. He had to overcome that daily life. He just gave $200, said, there you go, it's for you, do your life. And that person has rose. So she wasn't aware what she was doing when she started work the image of Aara. She became the public relationship person of Aara. How? Soon as she finds good deeds, people being empowered by Aara doing well, she exposes to us, to everybody. And we learn this person in Japan, that Aara met in Japan, Aara spend time with this camera and show and tell this is the place you should travel, and this become successful and recognized by YouTube. She comes and show us, publish. This is where the positivity. When Aara said, my girlfriend is coming, the image of Aara, she start manage the image of Aara. Even Aara not aware that his image, his trademark, is being managed from one of his reactors. Most of the reactors do that, but Irene was the first person. Because Aara since met Rocio in Mexico, he never came and exposed in such a way that Rocio was his girlfriend. We are seeing oh, this is another Don Juan. This is another, how I can say, humanizer. But from his trip from Europe, his relationship or friendship with Priya, Ayamara grow out of the box. He learned the conflict he had in Washington. He realized that was the dangers of his life, woman, the fear always he had. And then this time when he started doing this series, Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, he manages personal privacy, his image in a such way that leaves too many unknowns. So Irene was the only one behind the screens, far away, putting the dots together. And that is why she gets this merit when she does a project of a grandma and the way how she managed that project. That is the reason why she's awarded this position of a personal assistant. Many of you criticize IamParis. I will not go there. There is no need. But the need here is how Irene bring to our attention. Remember one of my videos where I say addition and distraction. How she managed things in the villa Nyambuanzi. How the part kicks and how the part goes. If you ever watch some videos of Claudio Joseph, you're gonna find some inches there. Dots, things that you connect between them. This woman is amazing. It is amazing. I'll tell you, I have dealt with her personally. It is amazing. You just tell Irene, there is this funds, is donation, manage. We want this to happen. And she does exactly what you said. This is a woman can be a PA of a corporation. She will take care of all your deeds. No doubt, I can tell you. So, because of her skills to manage Ayamara image, has attracted a lot of things, very positive things, and very good reactions. And it creates an image out there that the reactors, the negative reactors, those four. Remember, there is 4 negative reactors. This is a team that is interconnected. They speak between themselves. Even now, when they finance people in Nyambuanzi to spy on Ayamara, they contribute themselves. These 4 women. So, Irene going to Nyambuanzi is one of the moderators of Ayamara Sports, talks to Ayamara, advise Ayamara, and take care of that. And that becomes a success. So, and all this deal, don't think that YouTube is not watching what is going on behind the screens. They are seeing the communication. They are seeing the struggles of Ayamara. They see how Ayamara is jungled and how Ayamara is putting things, how Ayamara is confronting the positive, the negativity, and the positivity. But there is something more than that earlier, before anything, is the invitation. Is where this team in California, in Silicon Valley, they start questioning themselves what this man is up to. This man does not have his house finished. This man doesn't even not have enough. He's going around the world, invited people for his birthday, and on a warm-up party for 30 days on the road. This is a guy comes and say, my budget is $10,000. YouTube is watching all this, and YouTube is asking themselves, what the hell this guy has found out? This is a guy already create a master class. This is a guy who goes out there. We never nominate him as our ambassador. We never spoke to him to convince people to do content creation. And this guy is going out there and convince people on our behalf that something that YouTube doesn't do it is you on your own. You go, you log in, you create your account, you start doing it. And Aara done the opposite side. He start marketing YouTube. That is the reason that you don't understand why YouTube has sent the envoy to Villa Medellin. YouTube is interesting. Netflix and other institutions, there have been other institutions out there. They have approached already IamMoz to have some deals, some sponsorship. And IamMoz has simply avoid them because he doesn't want to get tied to rules and regulations. And that is what YouTube started asking themselves. Those institutions are good for YouTube because what is all about YouTube? Most of you think just YouTube is what we do, what I'm doing here, talking to you, exchange ideas. No. YouTube is replacing the marketing, the publicity that you used to see in magazines, on the newspapers, on big billboards. YouTube has bring to you, to your device, publicity. We're gonna start see very soon WhatsApp. We already start seeing on Facebook, but we're gonna see very soon on WhatsApp and Telegram and many other publicity, because it's where people concentrate, where people they focus looking for things. And then as you use YouTube or you watch a movie in YouTube or a series or you learn English, those publicities going pass through, they send a message across for you. Like, I'll give you an example what happened to my own son through YouTube. What happened to my son on YouTube? My son saw a publicity of a device, a very fancy device that charged cell phones, but was the price. This was a website called Timus something, was a device at the cost of $6, $6 around £3, yeah. So I realized, I saw it, that was not something nice. I have my doubts. But remember, YouTube get paid for that, be advertised, and you have to consume. And that happened to my son. What happened after, I'm not going to say, I don't want to embarrass YouTube or the... Sorry, my real apologies. I don't want to go further than that. Happen, he sorted out in my way. I have teach my son a lesson. He now understand that not everything, as I say always to him, you have to trust and believe it. So that happened to my son, and my son has learned a lesson. Not every publicity that is going through YouTube, Facebook, or in the television or any other devices are true, are purely honest. So is here what IamMoz always try to avoid to tight himself. So now all this, the conjunction of all these issues, and also the haters, they bring something to IamMoz, because YouTube started to see there is so much negativity also with this, but so much controversy, and there is so much exposure of so much things that content creators, they can't show up. And this is very important. Thank you, the maid from Dubai. I love it. I love it, sister. Hi. So YouTube, start now. Put all these numbers, all these metrics, and still have flags. So this envoy is of YouTube that I am Carol is saying. Let me read what I am Carol say before I discuss further. I am Carol said. What I am Carol say? Okay, I am Carol say. Real or fake? YouTube representative in Nyambuanzi. I am Aara visited by a fake or real YouTube representative is a reaction of I am Carol. I'm gonna talk to you about this. So YouTube saw that here there is a phenomenon, unique phenomenon, something. It's not about how many viewers, subscriptions, 500,000, is about the viewers and the reactions that IamMoz get that has attracted you to be an African, live from Africa, from a village in Norway, and build this community of YouTubers and empower every time this guy travels around the world. In each country, the real example here is Argentina. Argentina was the lowest point ever IamMoz has traveled, and his videos are not picked higher. For simple reasons that I can explain, was IamMoz was not very well educated about Argentina problems. IamMoz is not a fan of football. He missed it. That was big. IamMoz didn't know about tango in Argentina. IamMoz, he didn't know about the black community in Argentina. He didn't know even about Chile. Just Chile is across the road. He could very well take a bus and go to Chile, Santiago de Chile, and come back. He didn't know. So on this occasion that is in Chile, his videos then don't do well until he moves out of Chile. But if not doing well, there is something here very interesting that you may not see. Is the coincidence of facts that also YouTube becomes curious. Look, this guy went to Chile and visited this place, Mar de la Plata, and then goes back to Brazil, Mexico, and meet this Argentinian girl, and then this Argentinian girl comes from Mar de la Plata. He knew about Rocio before. Put that question in mind. Why IamMoz went to Argentina? From the United States, he flew to Argentina. Did he saw it, Rocio somewhere, somehow, and he was chasing Rocio? Famaisa. Hi. Did he knew that? Put that as question. You guys might not know this, but I have programmed my way of get info here, and then I saw it that. And then when she said, I'm from Mar de la Plata, I do remember very well that trip to Mar de la Plata when he takes a bus. How unpleasant he felt, but he ended up there. He went, he saw it, he came back safe. And then when he returns, he goes to Mexico and met Rocio at Puerto Escondido. Me, I start have doubts. These guys, they know each other. These guys play around. Yeah? But anyway, is a YouTube is a distraction or is an addiction? But anyway, we get entertained. But this is all these metrics that YouTube have is watching. That's what these guys said on the interview that Irene Jep does to him unaware. That interview of Irene Jep to this guy It's not planet, it's the magic trick of the master class. But remember also this guy also says, I didn't come here to discuss the master class. The master class is another phenomenon that YouTube also is curious. I'm quite sure the YouTube have already buy the master class. They have used somebody to buy the master class to see what IamMoz is selling out there. And that is another factor add up for these people come and say, wow, these guys are genius. It is a genius. If you have his friends talk about who was IamMoz when he was a village boy, running goats around, what IamMoz used to think, when his the mother's testimony, how IamMoz used to do things, toys by his own initiative. It gives you a background of this person. This person is not what these haters bring here and tell us every day and masturbate our brains, because these are people with serious mental illness. They call an health and safety, we call health, a mental health issue. These people have. These people are not stable. These are people emotional with problems of anxiety or maybe disorder. They read things in a very negative way. They don't see the things in a such way that make it positive, like the issue of the chocolates that have been donated to Rocio, the Go Kremers, the phones, and all that. Yeah, there is one thing on the positive side that I've highlighted before here. Be careful. If anybody don't gives you a phone, a camera, these devices are very dangerous. People that can put softwares and track you, your conversations, your pictures, a spy, they call, I don't remember now the name of that spy software. They can see anything what you do. They can track you. They can even see your pictures, anything that you do. Be careful. So all those presents have been given in IamMoz. I'm not trying to say to you, maybe do. You can very well restart the phone or the camera to the standard software if you want. Always is possible. And that's what I do with any machine that I buy. I restart it. I reset it to zero. So these people here, the negative people, they have contributed in such way. When Dim Wang was doing live in Jamaica, appealing people to subscribe to his brother channel, the reactions, this is what many of you don't understand, was the reactors made IamMoz get 500,000. Because Dim Wang does not have the power, the linguistic power to attract subscribers. Dim Wang have a very, very narrow niche of subscribers. And those subscribers of Dim Wang, that every time they show up, they say, oh, yeah, I used to see your sister, I used to do this. You look these people web profiles and you realize all of them, they have the same lineage of thinking. That make them one. While IamMoz is broader, because as soon as those people subscribe to IamMoz, becomes a bomb. But let's talk about YouTube here. So YouTube, by coming to the number one villa, they come here, not only what this guy said. Let's understand something. When Irene says what she was saying, talking to this guy, and this guy is talking to Irene, oh, I came to watch, my manager sent me to watch and this, and then I deal with the monetization. No, YouTube came to Nyambwanzi to assure if there is no violations, gross violations of content creation or abuse of YouTube. These guys could be very well briefing by CIA, FBI, thinking Aara is another ash puppy. So we have to not go around the wheel and start thinking opposite. Not because YouTubers show up in Nyambwanzi, wow, Aara is the hero, Aara is the genius. Let's think the other way, the other side. It is the presence of YouTube positive, negative, or YouTube is trying to reward Aara for something that's never been done? We'll see these things, the answers of all these questions, they will come in the last day. Now, is this guy's a fake representative of YouTube? Well, I don't think so, because I want to answer this very clear. This is not a fake envoy of YouTube that are showing Nyambwanzi. This is a real individual. If you listen, the two videos here to prove you this is a real envoy of YouTube. The first one is when he's talking to Irene, when she said, I need to talk to you about, I'm not gonna say. When this guy addressed to Irene, Irene does a question, and then he comes and address Irene, and also says to Irene, we know about all of you. So this proves here, Carol is a sick person. The second one is the engineer. Let's see here, there is two people. There's nobody else knew about this individual. Aara knows the individual is in his villa. Aara even is not showing his camera because he has given a consent. Remember when the police, the army show up in his compound, he was asleep. He said it doesn't worry. He didn't do nothing wrong. He doesn't have nothing to hide. He just say, my sweetheart, let's go sleep. Let them do whatever they have to do. That is their duty. It's the same with the YouTube Envoy. These people make arrangements. Irene again comes as a play, the decision maker here, the committee. They had the discussions, agreements. Remember, I didn't in the beginning say we are dealing with this situation, that situation. There is somebody important that gonna come. That was YouTube. You guys are not realized. We could not understand who gonna be interested in this part. Was YouTube, and there is YouTube Envoy. But also is interesting here when Irene is talking to this person, how Irene approached in that particular video to this individual, how Irene started the video. She done a plan. She went like from the top to the bottom, looking for him, and then spotted him, goes around, talk to the person nearest to him, is not aware that Irene is coming to him, and then she applied Aara trick that is on the master class. Many times Aara has revealed this trick. When you have a camera in public, you don't want the person in front of you feel scared, uncomfortable. You approach from nowhere with a different manner. Say, oh, sorry, how are you? I'm filming. How are you doing? Things like that. And the person, oh, yeah, what you doing? So you start to engage the person. Is that unaware position, that awkward position this gentleman, this envoy of YouTube found himself, reveals himself because he knows already who is Irene, how Irene powerful is number 3 in charge in that particular compound. And sorry, somebody here. So people forgot that all visitors must. Let me see. This comment is quite interesting. Live chat. I can't. Okay, what he says here. So people forgot that all visitors must show documentation, sign in when they are arriving. I'll talk about this. I done a video this about Queen Nancy. I'll tell you guys about. Yeah, this is quite interesting issue here. Thanks for that. Okay, quite a few. Congratulations, Farmer Isa Irubi, sister. Greetings, sisters. How are you, sister? Let me see again what is going on here. What YouTube wants to capitalize on upcoming media changes allow. Yeah, I'm coming there. I'm coming there. Just easy. I'm coming there. So in that interview, this gentleman reveals something more that we didn't expect to hear. And that's what I've been doing here. If we have been following me, you have been seeing my videos, and let me give you a background of certain of my videos. And then if you have been followed also in my community, I have done something very tricky for YouTube. I thought YouTube was going to react and call me and ask me what you mean, why you are trying to say with this post on your community. If you go to my community, there is a post, let me look, see, there is a post about haters, and yeah, where I do a question, and let me see if I can tell you exactly when that post was. Okay, it's 2 months ago, where I put something, I say, hate on YouTube Africa is become a culture just because of Aara, or those who promote hate find a niche on YouTube, and YouTube gain huge profits by promoting hate. And I didn't see a reaction when I see people voting, and then the most voted question was hate in YouTube Africa became a culture, and just because of Aara. And then I do agree with that. Okay, what this man reveals in that conversation with Irene is a very simple thing. Even me, I felt, God, what I just watched in Netflix some few last year when I was back home in South Africa about the discovery of oil in Ghana. That series that I watch about Asian millionaires. This guy, they're gonna film IamMoz unaware, they're gonna make a commentary. The commentary, or maybe they have filmed him already, they have already things in place. Only they need now is close the deal with the IamMoz. That is the reason I say to you guys, go and look to that particular Netflix series about the discover oil in Ghana. It's very interesting. And then how IamMoz, if this is true what this guy say, that YouTube is planning to do a documentary about IamMoz, because IamMoz is a genius. Ladies and gentlemen, IamMoz is a genius, is not a buyer. Is each time IamMoz does something, if you have watched the latest video, IamMoz does not post the videos in the same day. Always there is a delay of 12 hours, minimum delay of each video, because those videos have to go for it edits, it reviews, and then it cuts certain things and then bring it up. If you see, always the videos of IamMoz always is next day in a gap of 14 hours. If there is internet, the gap of time reduce maybe 12 hours. There is a video, because people, they start asking IamMoz, What time is gonna be next video? What time will this? What's happening? Just for a few days was no internet in the Nyambo. Even me, I was wondering what's going on. What's happening here? I can see people posting videos, but I don't see you posting video. So this shows you how genius is. It shows you that IamMoz has acknowledged himself, has mastered the YouTube. So this guy now of YouTube is there to assure, but also is there to report on the activities that was happening, like the last video of IamMoz, when IamMoz is doing this Uganda Day. Now IamMoz became aware that YouTube is in his compound. They have an assigned person new watching, seeing, and start to understand how he does things. Because remember, this guy is not interviewing IamMoz. This guy is watching. That is the word. In the beginning, when I was talking to Irene, he said that I'm here for watching. I thought, and something many of you have forgotten. Remember the paranoia when this thing of the party, before the party starts, when people used to come to the villa, and IamMoz and an engineer, they used to interview people. Why you came here? What is this? Remember that paranoia? Royal Kim and all those people writing names, people doing crazy stuff, people go sell things and just run to number ones. That what's crazy, really crazy. YouTube also has been watching those things. That is a phenomenon. And then it was one of the things here, I do really wonder that IamMoz, why he got those gifts. In the first instance, IamMoz should never, 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 never accept those gifts when somebody says, I sold everything. Excuse me? You sold everything because of me. Just to go to buy boozy to give to me. And that point, I do not support, but I do understand. Not everybody is perfect. Not everybody understands everything goes around you. He became unaware of the consequences. And the consequences is those people, by selling their things, televisions, and other utensils, and go to travel 10 hours just for a shout and a YouTube channel is not a pleasant. As an African, I ask myself, okay, you got your moment of fame, and after, when you leave those perimeters, what's happening now? Is it different compared to Lenox? Lenox buy a masterclass, makes an appointment, he goes there on his own will, gives to IamMoz, and then also he prepare himself mentally of the things can happen. Explore the village, create a good content, and then he see his channel, build it up, and then he start to go extra mile, extra mile, extra mile. Now he went worldwide. He's in Zanzibar, in Tanzania. From there, might go to Australia. This is what people should do. Use Lenox as an example. So YouTube is seeing this phenomenon where people go mad. Some they leave work, some they do crazy stuff. And then also there becomes a phenomenon for bribery. The African culture of bribery. Come or still, we will see here somehow, some way, something is hidden here. If me, I'm scared this comes out to life. But the positivity is that IamMoz, all those people came at the time. He has told them, yes, you can come to my compound, whatever you do, but go register yourself to the police. And this is where the magic YouTube is thinking. This is what Guadamaya doesn't do. When you tell me Guadamaya have 1.5 million, yeah, fine, it's the quality. This guy said. If you listen when he talks to the IamMoz engineer, he is very clear what the viewers or the subscribers want. Is something well done with quality that attract attention, that people look into and get glued and watch. You see, this is Guadamaya. Guadamaya start for nothing and then improve it. Guadamaya's success does not belong to Guadamaya, belongs to a team of people. And that is what most of you don't understand, why this approach of YouTube to IamMoz. IamMoz is solo, is in his own, master everything. As Guadamaya has a team behind. The rewards that Guadamaya gets, flights, and everything comes to a cost, and also there is a compromise. We saw the wedding of Guadamaya. The wedding ring came to a compromise situation. We had here say the ring we saw live. One institution buy a ring for the wife. I'm not gonna let Sky News or BBC buy a ring for my wife. No, that is a very special thing. It's unique, it's personal. I'm not gonna let my intimacy, my privacy be controlled by individuals. No. This is what YouTube is so curious to understand. IamMoz mentality. The cycle behind IamMoz. Who is IamMoz? Remember in his earliest videos, and he talks about those $60. This is what YouTube is interested. How you make $60 and you convince yourself you can do more than $60 and you carry on walk. This is a guy who came homeless and overcome. Because most of the people when they go homeless to come out, we have a lot of issues in America about these issues. People, they have these dreams and then they try to go for their dreams and they fail. Remember that Donald Trump, what they was calling, the Apprentice. What we saw in the Apprentice of Donald Trump is not what it's all about, that beauty glitter. There are a lot of people also outside the door, sleep in the pavement, that failed big time and lost a lot of money. Do you see the case now is going with P. Diddy, people that sue him? Now we became aware he's a gay, he's a master gay. And how many people that are going after his backyard? So, IamMoz does not have these deceptive things. We saw when IamMoz went to Jamaica, YouTube paid very well attention when he left America. He went to Argentina, Brazil. He met this French lady. YouTube was watching him this time, very close to see things. There is images, there is things that you can put the dots if you're enough intelligent, say, okay, IamMoz slept with that person. But at this time, none of you know the truth. Most of you convince yourself that he had a relationship with that lady, the tattoo lady in Jamaica. But you see the body language, how she's trying to make those movies. She is aware. This is what men like to see. This is when he begs, hey, please do like that, you start to realize there is something missing. So this time, IamMoz was more conscious. And this is what YouTube is curious to understand. What makes these men make this content and live in their backyard, even knowing there is people out there making millions from the YouTube? One of the things, because he's an African. Remember, we Africans, when we go out there, people, they don't look us with straight eyes. We've been looked always with suspicious. They look us straight away to suspicious because of the culture of slavery. And then what slavery developed in America, the reminiscence of slavery in America, they had to overcome as Black people in that society. And that image that the Black man is the worst nightmare are the criminals, is the less important human beings. And all these factors around, and see these men overcome and make it possible to work, build a mansion, call people around the world, attract people to come to his villa. People go on their own wheels, give this present, even those presents are not on the positive note from me, in my point of view. I don't know in your own point of view, but in my point of view as an African, I will say no. Because I know the struggles to pay rent. I know the struggles to put food on the table. And then when I see a sister leave Mombasa, Nairobi, go home, convince her mom to take the last cow remain in the house that gives milk to them, to go to give IamMoz an exchange of shout, and that same person and then does not produce enough material, does not create content to put back to replace what she gave away. That hurts me. I want to be honest. Even knowing is not IamMoz's fault, is a human condition. This can happen to anybody, anywhere. Different point of views. So here is what's happening. But let's talk about something here interesting also. Is this IamMoz engineer talking again to his YouTube Envoy? Is in this conversation, this IamMoz engineer talking to this YouTube individual, where I realize what IamCarol is saying. IamCarol is boiling her ass right now, sorry for the word, is wondering when they're gonna come after her. YouTube will not come after you, IamCarol. You gonna be done by your own mistakes. Remember when I talk about DNA, fingerprints, people live here. Remember, IamMoz will not be there forever. This is another thing that you don't understand. When these guys talk about doing a documentary with Netflix and doing more and study how the YouTube can help the community, how YouTube is cooperation, find the ways of say, we help communities. Because this is missing, sustainability, environment is what is missing on YouTube. And YouTube now want to put a name, a stamp in Africa, have a voice that we've been in Africa, we help the African community. There is a village, is an example. This is an assurance guy that will report on a daily basis to these people in Silicon Valley what is seen what he doesn't see, what he thinks, what he doesn't think. And then we're going to see YouTube come with new policies here. The remuneration for the African continent are very low. That's what you see now. Wada Maya going to America because he have a big team, and that producer team needs to be paid. They wait for salaries. That's why you have to produce, carry on, produce. He doesn't. He thought now you reach one point. When you reach as a solo individual, you reach 1 million subscribers. You just relax. You do a video once a while in a week. Money still can in your bank account because people, they're going to go through your videos. Oh, they're going to get curious. The curiosity, hey, this was nice. What was next? But these people, they have this motivation. It's like a software developers. They develop something, they become curious. Okay, I have now. What about this? Brrr. What about that? Brrr. They carry on develop. That's a philosophy that has been written in this book called Capital, Marx in English. They are communists, Marxist, Leninists, but they have something they're very interested. That the human being condition is ambition. And ambition, the condition of ambition is the contradiction of values. When you contradict, and this is what happened with IamMoz, there is a contradiction of values and principles. That makes IamMoz curious and carry on. And those contradictions is a fact of development. It is a base of that contradiction of the facts of IamMoz, who was some few years without shoes, that kid with the problem of one eye, what he could do about himself, and then now it was in the village, he went to university, he didn't like his work. The contradiction of all these factors has developed a unique character. They build up this personage that becomes so interesting and curious. You had Dan say, when it comes to the village, Mama's gift to husband, say, I saw this guy, I was followed. I was telling my wife, let's guy, he's somewhere. Let's go. Try contact IamMoz many times to meet him. We saw people come here, do these testimonies. I heard that IamMoz was in this place. I tried to follow up with him. I could not caught with him. On the American series, you saw those people that Ivan Toe organized to meet somewhere in the waterfront in Washington, D.C. How people flocked to meet IamMoz. People flew from Miami. Even knew that IamMoz could go to Miami. So this shows you that how this character is unique. This contradiction of factors and values that he plays, that many people, they don't know. Even right now, we know he's going to do Africa because it's mentioned. And the reason that he's going to do his tour, his next tour to Africa, is to promote Africa, but also to take his love to show how Africa is great. This time, what we're going to see is a series of love for somebody, and also we're going to see IamMoz showcase Africa in different way. And this is going to be a series of men upside down. I can tell you guys, because I have traveled in Africa. And IamMoz, this time, you have to make a real plan. And then you're going to see the support, you're going to get it. This will surprise you. You're going to see results. You're going to see things. You're going to see public transport. You're going to see everything. That is IamMoz. IamMoz will never go as Guatemala, fly South Africa Airways, go to Zimbabwe and tell Mega Bush, hey, Mega Bush, I got this deal for you. I'm going to do this. He never we saw it. Just was. Hey, Tony, are you there? Are you watching? Remember what your friends told you. So where he is? Never saw you in Ghana yet. So, yeah, there is some people say here, don't compare Guadamaya to IamMoz. It's true. I agree with you completely. They're two different kinds. One is orange, another one is apple. But is that what Guadamaya does that YouTube also see? Guadamaya try to tinting the achievements of IamMoz. Even the agenda of IamMoz is different. It's not political, because Guadamaya became more political. Even you hear that here, talk telling Ivan the pig, that he have good connections. And that is what IamMoz doesn't want. Remember, IamMoz claim here, he knows the president watches him. There's something IamMoz knows, not only by intuition, but who knows by certain information. Yes, that is all about, we have to talk here about this YouTube guy. But also, we have to talk about this YouTube guy on the negative note. Let's go talk about on the negative note of this guy. On the negative note of this guy is when the engineer is talking to him. How this guy is talking to the engineer. The position is sitting, and the way is addressing, and the way is repeating himself. Also, you need to raise suspicious. I can give some credit to IamCarol on that. Is if you've been sent by YouTube, you need also come out of the box on your own initiative and start a bit more curious what's going on, what's happening. The basic housekeeping, expose a little bit yourself. Make people aware that you are there, not just wait for the last minute or the last day to show up and say, oh, this is this, that is that. No. Expose yourself and talk to the content creators and try to dig their minds to understand, as you know about all them information, how they do, what they do, which ones are, the probability, metrics of growth and all that. Find those data and go look for those people. Like that issue I had raised about Queen Nancy. This is a case to study. It's the reaction of Queen Nancy, that a mistake that was unaware, then she comes offended and becomes rude and arrogant, and she leaves the villa because she's unhappy, and the way she feels being mistreated by the committee of the management or the management team. Queen Nancy leaves. This is a good thing to understand how people react when they are called attention of mistakes they do unaware. These YouTubers, these guys should be looking to this. Try to talk to Queen Nancy and say, oh, we are aware you have something happened to you about this, and a subscriber or a viewer or a supporter or a fundraiser for IamMoz raised the issue, and then you got pressurized to do this, and you done that step, and the person was not happy and kept pushing you, exchange message with you, explain to you that video should be go down, you choose make money with the video. How do you feel? So this is what I was trying to tell you guys. Also, there is a negativity from the YouTube. A YouTube is not just everything donkey and roses. Even they're talking about the child saved. I have questions here about child safety because my son, I have seen him watching porn on YouTube. And then I do ask you, as an institution, what you are seeing in Nyambwanzi, what will be different now on the policy for YouTube? You might throw the stone against me and say, oh no, you are the father, you are a bad father. You have not activated these what's called policies, these recommendations. I will say bollocks, because this iPad that I'm talking, this live, every second that I'm talking is taking a picture of me for AI. So you, as a YouTube, you have that condition also to see from the facing, for how you've been saying to Irene, describing that your software read if where people have been doing this, who is who, if you are the real or you fake. So how YouTube cannot see a child is watching porno. So now I'm throwing you something as a parent. If you in reality you came to Nyambwanzi to see what YouTube can do better for the people in Africa benefit. So please address these issues, because these people in Nyambwanzi, not everybody will have a camera, will have a phone to do YouTube. Few of them, not all of them, they will be successful, even they do whatever they do. Even the village is full of YouTubers. I think this envoy also should leave the house and go see the impact from outside in the community. So when I saw that video of the engineer talking to him and him lay back, I wonder the real intentions of YouTube at this party. I really start wondering. On the beginning, I was quite happy, really happy that YouTube was sending an envoy to go and watch and see all this, what's going on at Nyambwanzi. But when I saw him, and then I saw I Am Carol thumbnail, my mind flipped. It's true that YouTube is there for good intentions, to promote a green environment, a peaceful, a useful, and rewarded to community, because this is the only village in Africa, in all Africa, with most YouTubers and people that believe in YouTubers, believe in YouTube as a source of income. Thank you. Good evening. I hope you have enjoyed. I didn't have enough time. I don't know if I can take another 10 minutes. Yes, I'm going to take 10 minutes. See if I can go through your message. 1231 says, 1231 says, let me go through some chat here, see what do you guys say. If you, IMR is very distinctive, more than a tate. Okay, this is a laughing story here. He is a humanitarian. Lies. I will tell you. 1, 2, 3. You have just been eluded with Aara, with Guatemala. I follow Guatemala for day one when I was in China, and then I can tell you a lot of stories. I have a lot of data about him. And one of the things with the biggest disappointment that is not a humanitarian is the fact when he meets the conversation he has with Ivan Tar, when he invites Ivan to Africa, and then there is this reaction video. I don't want you take from my word, from Karen Kemboy, at our current convoy. There is a very good reaction video from this Kenya young lady. And then go watch, and then watch my videos and ask me. Go to my profile, get my email, and send me an email so I can send you back some other information where you're gonna realize who's Guatemala is a master of gossip. Guatemala is not what he portrays. Guatemala has mastered YouTube, what people likes. But behind the scenes is a sinister individual, is not what we saw. If you want something from Guatemala for you to make that statement, look the trip it does to go to meet the Ghana president in Germany. Watch that video from the beginning to the end to understand what I'm talking about. Be careful what you guys are coming here and try to convince people. Be careful. May, what May say? I don't know what's going on here with, I'm trying to activate my, May, that why anyone misbehave had to leave. Oh, yes. Okay, let me just make something very interesting about this. As the moderator, blank. I'm talking through iPad. I can't see all you guys. Option top chat messages. Okay. That's why May say that's why anyone misbehaves. Oh God, again. Sorry about my iPad here is not behaving. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Try to read. That's why anyone misbehave have to leave, or if you had that tendency, you are not allowed in. May, remember one of the things that YouTube also has considered in this party is the simple fact that Aara has accounted for safety, security. And this becomes curious because we have seen Guatemala have events in this house that is been given in Accra, outside Accra. And that event, we see a crowd. Health and safety procedures, legislation of health and safety procedures today in Ghana, of English, the Commonwealth country speakers, requires that when there is more than 25 people gathering, you need to have first aid, you need to have security, you need to have in place certain amenities to assist in case of fire or natural disaster or something. And then if you look to the videos of Guatemala, you see when it gathers in certain areas, in certain places, there is no safety. And then there is a compliance every time that you look here in these Nyamboanzi series at the environmentalism, you see how it's been IamMoz has catered for many things. First of all, is access to communication. He makes sure he spends, he is going to spend $500,000. Even there is donations, let's say, not maybe 70% of that $500,000, that is of Kenya shillings that it requires to sustain the party, to put the lights on, and people come to the village and charging phones and download videos and all things comes from IamMoz pocket. IamMoz is paying a third part, a school, electricity bill to have access to broadband on his compound, providing to these people. So as this amount of people at the compound, IamMoz has catered for many things. That's why they're asking a down payment, a minimum down payment to $2 or $3 to care, to sustain the basics for these people, eating, water, cleaning toilets. Somebody was saying, yeah, this is one thing I didn't discuss here, that how YouTube is looking into the IamMoz expenditures. Sorry, I forgot about this. And one of the things YouTube also is very curious is the IMR expenditure against what YouTube pays IMR. They became curious. So this guy, why I am saying this? Because this guy, it comes from monetization. And then they want to understand, because we see here IMR do some expenditure. Yeah, we'll say, let's assume, we have to also assume that IMR has savings. Not only savings, we see IMR also as supporters, a very fan-based supporters that finance him aside. We saw one of his friends send him $6,000. We saw somebody else send $500,000 Kenyan shillings. Another one send 100,000 Kenyan shillings. So IMR has catered for safety, security, medical attention. If you see the last video done, he was talking to a doctor, and then that doctor said many people has been attended. Recently, we saw Claudio Joseph having problems. Many people had the problems and go to those facilities. Even we are talking about here, the ambulance have a problem with tires, was not raised by IMR. IMR only saw it, the problem, what the monitor that was not inside the ambulance. I came to my attention that the ambulance required tires. So I have spent the budget already supporting some few kids that have to go school next year. Unfortunately, I can't pass that threshold, the ceiling. I wish I could. I was going to buy tires for the ambulance. I was going to asking what size of the tires, and if you are there, please donate some tires. If we can donate some tires to the Nyamboan's ambulance, if we can also come together and buy a transformer and donate. You make me laugh this. Donate it to the politicians of Nyamboan's or the Kenya Electricity Company for the people, on behalf of people Nyamboans. So the shame of this government, yeah, we can do that. But right now, the most critical thing is I became aware the ambulance does not have tires. Me, I can't. My budget is already over the ceiling. I have to stop there. I have a family to take care. Yes, that's what I want to say about behaviors. Yeah, behaviors at the number ones are not accepted. The committee, somebody has said here about Irene. Irene is very tough. That many people are sometimes scary. That that guy is not from YouTube. Okay, thank you. You said, I respect that. Also, I start having second thoughts. As I'm talking here, I start having another thought now. I had another idea. But it seems like the guy is genuine. It seems the guy is genuine. But let me finish with what I was saying. I was standing that IMR is more of a humanitarian than distinctive. While, yes, at last, sometimes I don't want to say things because people, they're going to say I'm a biased. Was stating that IMR is more humanitarian. Oh, sorry, I put the misreading. I really apologize misreading you. Really from the eyeball my head. My apologies. My apologies, brother. Is more, that there is more, okay. I don't know what's going on. I'm never going to use anymore an iPad to do live. It becomes difficult to deal with this iPad here. Idle chat, live chat message are all visible. Okay, let's see. Okay, say the king in the room. You guys now make me fun. Yeah, I was talking to May. I was trying to explain other issue here about the safety in the Nyamboans. IMR has catered for everything. IMR is not a normal human being a regular human being that you find in the road. I'll give you examples why I became passion. I have this passion of looking this. It's not a passion for what IamMoz as a person or what IamMoz gains. No, it's what IamMoz does. And one of the things that really has attracted me top of IamMoz is many things. I saw things in Brazil. I prefer to talk the examples in Africa, when IamMoz travels in Africa. When he was in Mozambique, in my country where I come from. And then he was crossing the Edward Mondlane Avenue with Bo. And then when he's crossing that avenue, and I saw the picture, only the expressions on the picture shows me how hard that trip was in Mozambique. Me as a citizen, how hard it is for me. And then him as a traveler, solo traveler with a woman is a very sensitive gentleman, crossing that road. That road reminds me a lot of many things, upside downs, and many of my fellow citizens. Even right now, the country is going a downfall, political downfall. So, not only that, another case is when IamMoz arrives in Kenya. Now, when he comes back home, he's walking this street, and then there is two things happening in this street. There is IamMoz going through the street, see these young photographers there in that street, and try to talk to them, and these people not realize who they are talking to who, and then IamMoz offer them and tell them about YouTube, and these guys are like locking their ears. They don't realize first who is in front of them, and then these guys few days later they start chase IamMoz to give them a shout out. And that same day, in the opposite, IamMoz is going down the road. In the opposite, a lady that shows up in IamMoz a few weeks later is walking the same day. Does a video opposite way of IamMoz and talk about the same people. They are there. So that makes me think how IamMoz connection to people's minds, how these people are connected. This is a positivity, this is energy. When you see somebody comes to IamMoz and give IamMoz a picture, a portrait picture of him on one of his videos in Mexico, in one of these beaches with this shirt, a t-shirt, and that t-shirt, that same day, in the same area in Porto Escondido, he offers that t-shirt to Rocio. And now, few days later, few weeks or few months, that portrait shows up at his house. It's considered one of the best gifts. And Rocio realized that shirt that IamMoz is wearing, that picture, he offered her in Mexico. So this is the positivity of things. Other things is when IamMoz is what's called in Kenya at the airport, he used this guy called Dan. When IamMoz used Dan, Dan became so closer, and they became friends and all this, and trustworthy of IamMoz. And then people, when they flew to Kenya, the recommendation that IamMoz does to people, look, contact this guy Dan. Dan does everything for IamMoz. So Joyce Dyer travels to Kenya on her own curiosity to see the deeds of wishes she wanted to do YouTube. And then when she arrives in Kenya, arrive on that old troubles, YouTube is expensive, taxi, this, not YouTube, Uber, and all this, and met Dan. And she say, oh no, talking, discussion, she says, mention about IamMoz. She comes to Kenya, the reason she comes. And Dan changes the rate from here to here because he knows the benefits. Because the good word will arrive to IamMoz areas. And then when arrive, is more clients then will come to Kenya. They will come for Dan. You see, this is the magic of these men. Not only is also the gifts. YouTube is watching this very close also. One of the things I say, this guy is, it is real YouTube. An envoy is the way he talks. It's not a local talk. When he addresses Irene, when Irene say, so you will do this and that, that tells you, this guy is from YouTube, this come from Silicon Valley, okay? So this guy here is from YouTube, but also we have to put negativity on him. Because more negativity we put towards to him, we can also exploit the YouTube site. I try to exploit the YouTube site about the policies hating, but they're more clever than I. They didn't reply, they didn't even address to me that why I have put that on my community. That was my trick, my expectation, it didn't work. But now I can reveal, and then I do understand the policies of hate on YouTube is allowed, because YouTube classified that under reactions. The excuse of YouTube is to say, no, that person is reacting. But these 4 characters, they are not reacting. These are haters, natural haters, but they come under that umbrella of the guidelines of YouTube. Remember, when these guys we talk about Modesta, now he does this African trip and it's misleading information on her YouTube. She's talking about the what's called Nyambowanzi. She's not in Nyambowanzi. Somebody has disclosed that she's in the West Africa, somewhere in Benin, Nigeria. And this guy comes and say every single YouTuber, we can pinpoint where they are. Yeah, it's true. We know that. With these devices that we have these days, it's true. Yeah, so Meme, sorry for my brothers jumping talk. Bike King. Okay, let me read more 1, 2. When are you going to discuss the Bushmen beggars? Are you talking about Max? Okay, I'll discuss that right now. Let's address it. Very interesting. Yeah, I do still have time. Tomorrow I have a very short agenda in the afternoon. Okay. The point of this live was to discuss about YouTube. And I'm glad as you, the other side there, asked me that. And YouTube will be aware of this live. You're going to be surprised how I'm talking about these issues. Okay, what I see here with Max and his team, the Bush beggars, I see a failure, an individual failure, but also I see here a crime scene, a very clear crime scene. And this crime scene is the fact that we have videos being posted by Carol that if I was in Kenya, I was going to sue her. I'll be honest with you, I was going to sue her. I feel I have enough capacity to sue her on defense of the good name and good deeds of the citizens of Nyambwanzi. Because the sons of the soil of Nyambwanzi deserve respect, dignity, and as an African, I do feel we cannot be used and abused in exchange of money. The fact here is this person lives somewhere nearby Nyambwanzi, not far away. I have pinpoint. I know exactly where she lives, where she mingles, her relationships. It's easy in these days to know about this information. What she does goes to Max Swan and bankroll Max Swan. It's the same story that I said here. There is a crime scene at Villa Medellin with the old plumber, because the old plumber does not come and talk. But Max Swan, Ernest, and the other guy, Shubu, one, these 3 individuals, they have a character problem. They want to assassinate Aara character because they see that the success, the individual success of Aara is so big that they want they want just themselves to be in the same level. They want to be in the same, what's called, line. What is impossible is, first of all, is we have to identify these individuals, their background, educational, their level of education. When they talk, when they express, we start to realize these people, they don't have too much knowledge. The other issue with these guys, the Bush, is being associated to power. You know, individuals that work for the government, the local authorities, and abuse that connection they have to the community, the tribal leaders and or other, and see what IamMoz gains, not as individual merit. They want what IamMoz have be divided equal the community. This is typical African. And on my grandpa village where I come from, I have seen that when my mother used to come and bring things, the people, the neighbors and others, they felt they had the rights to also to have something, a sense of belonging. You see at IamMoz compound, when IamMoz receive gifts, everybody's on the expectation. That is why at IamMoz there is three levels of people. There is laborers, there is builders and laborers that are paid daily. There is domestics, and the domestics, cookers, security that paid. You have seen videos here where Claudio Joseph have to go to pay the guy with the car. And then we have the volunteers. That is a good story. And these bush people, they fail on the first category. When they went to IamMoz for work, they thought they have rights to have everything, not just that good pay that IamMoz gives. IamMoz gives like 2,100 Kenyan shillings for a builder daily. That is a lot. I'll tell you, it's a lot of money. You should be given at least 750 Kenyan shillings. That is a threshold of minimum daily. That's why you see Mayugun bring people from Tanzania, because the pays that Mayugun give to those people are more in the locals and Nyambwans in the jobless corner. They, when they hear is Mayugun hire, or is what's called David Jr. or Congrats mom, they want like 5,000. And that's why you see a lot of Tanzanians coming to work and get better pay. But the locals, they want like 10, they want to be rich once off. That happened in my village. That happened with my project that I'm going to be showing you very soon when I travel home. I'm going to be some repairs in my house just now in December. From next week, you're going to see that. It's not only IamMoz goes through. Those bushmen, that's not the only pen in Kenya. Those beggars are not only Kenyan, they're all over in Africa. In South Africa, there's a huge. The South Africans, the real South Africans, they have this hate with the foreigners because of these things. They see you cleaning a yard or a swimming pool as a foreigner in somebody's house, a local, and then when you hire them, they come, they say, no, the Constitution of South Africa say me as a citizen, daily I have to get 1,200. That is the salary of somebody that every 2 weeks. But this South African person want to get paid daily. And then when you say to them, no, they become like these bush beggars you are talking about. This is all over. This is all over. As far as I know, everywhere you're going to find Mark Swan and his team. Always they're going to be in very small numbers. And those small numbers affect the society. Yeah. What else? I have another time here. I am in USA. No one has helped jobless people. Yeah, this is quite interesting. Let me see. Yeah, that is true. I can see what the way you're going. I am in the USA. Helps people jobless in that village. Yeah, this is not in that village only. You see everywhere. In my own village, I'm going to talk about my own village. Every time I go to my own village, Tenga lays between the border north of South Africa, Komati Port, and the city of Maputo. I live in between in a small village called Tenga. And exactly the same phenomenon that IamMoz is faced when I'm building there. Uh, Jobless problem is serious. Governments, they don't implement policies that create job in the local job because of ignorance of politicians. So this phenomenon of IamMoz, what makes difference and is IamMoz is very, very, very clever. Is very intelligent here. IamMoz here does something that unique that I never saw it in my life. One of the things that IamMoz does is the fact. Let me just push this here because of that light. Maybe this. I want to sit back. Okay, let me push this here. Yeah. Oop, no, I realize. Okay. One of the things that IamMoz does is pay well. IamMoz have this humanitarian conscience that the money he have gained is not only for his own benefits. This what you see with IamMoz treat this aspect of jobless in his village. You see when he goes look for something he doesn't find, he still rewards to those people, gives money. So IamMoz finds something very interesting by rewarding these people, giving them targets and pay well, because these people they can go home and have something and then come back, work next day. When he comes back, he carry on with the same team. Also, is a tactic, is what that is a war, a way of doing war, the art of doing war. But in this case, IamMoz is not the art of doing war. It's arting how to keep skills. This is what Mayugno came. Mayugno came, this very well-known person because of the static of IamMoz, also the perseverance of Mayugno, trust in IamMoz. Yeah, but IamMoz has really helped a lot of people in the village. There is a video here that I recommend you about Lenox in the beginning, that he walks in the village, and you're gonna see in that video people talking about IamMoz. You're gonna get blown away. I was research for negativity aspects of IamMoz from the village, and everybody that I have sent out there investigate. Everybody is like, boom, boom. I sent somebody to the slaughterhouse to understand what is the needs to repair the slaughterhouse. The slaughterhouse is in disrepair. And as soon as the guy have a farm around the slaughterhouse, start to talk, you see the video, you start to understand the respect, the mutual respect they have, the love, the appreciation. And most of you don't know, this is going to be a break news. IamMoz has donated money to families for farming. He has invested in people's lives. Even as building that multi-million house, he could have finished long time. But IamMoz has realized it's not building concrete infrastructure, but there is some human beings with expectations. They go to knock the door of his parents and asking. That you saw it what happened with Mama Annie's house. Yeah. Okay. Mama Annie has a good reflection. This time for greatness, I agree with you. Thank you very much. Let me never do a live with my iPad. You make marwa life rent-free. You, let's go. This guy here say, you make Mara's life rent free. What he tried to say, let me see. Mara, you should go there and do better. I don't know what he's trying to say, to be honest. But I can put it in different perspective. I'm not doing I am our life better. To be honest with you, gentlemen, whatever you have said or you intended to say, let me change position. I'm not doing I am our life better. I have to be honest with you. I'm an African. I'll talk you a bit of me. My father was an architect, and my father died in 1975. I became a homeless person. I used to live under the bridge. If you go to Mozambique and Maputo, when you go to the president's office, Ponta Vermelha, there is a bridge. And then I used to live in that bridge. So I went through a lot of things in life. Everything I have done is not for IMR benefits. No, I didn't done that. And then I'm not going to do it because IMR does for himself. What I have done, I done for those you don't see. And I see when I look and study this series. These are not the only series that I am involved studying and understanding. I do other series. I look into Lily, this American expat called Lily's life. She lives in Thailand. I write a lot about in other community, human ladies back to school. Here in the United Kingdom, there is a big problem that the English young girls, when they reach certain age, because of the facility of benefits in this society, they just get pregnant to get a house. And then seeing that with all the facilities they can study, they can have better, not just have a kids and go just receiving from the government benefits, live from that, drinking, smoking. You could do better. That's what I do. I look at the problems that exist there, and then I just contact those people that I feel that people can do something. Many people do. Many people have contact Nancy Empire, Mercy Empire, Nasto, Claudio, and others. Not only these ones that we know, there is other YouTubers. Fellow the Boy. I have contributed for Fellow the Boy. Mama's Maria's house. It's not only there. I am Aara. No, guys, wake up, man. Don't throw your money just for throwing. No, there is people more out there. You see? Yeah. So, but I have to say something very interesting. Aara will never walk alone. I guarantee you. If I'm still alive, he will never walk alone. That I guarantee you. For one reason. My mom's memory, the experiences and the suffering that my mother went through. And then when I see Congrat Mom, I see Aara do what it does. What has captivated me most, I will tell you, the higher point this man has touched me and my family was in Philippines. Yeah, I think it was in Philippines when he gave this woman that was struggling $200. Nobody does that. I have lived here in Europe. I have freaking struggled one day when I was in Lisbon to get the bus. I used to live far away. Even I ask people they used to look at me like that. Since then, when I see a brother or sister struggle, doesn't matter where it comes from, I give a hand. And this is what IamMoz done. That's what we Africans are all about. Okay, IamMoz have enough support, a very fan base, people with money, and people that help him. And then he has created that people. He has shown and rewarded that people. And that people back, they give him a lot. Yeah, that I will. That I will receive. Oh, accommodate IamAara in one of my, I could. If IamAara wants come to South Africa or to Johannesburg, does not have a place to stay, I have a free house, it's welcome. If you are one of my followers, my subscribers, why not to help you? I don't lose nothing. It's you if you do misbehave. Yeah, let's go see, talk about selfish. What do you mean about selfish? The nations, what nations? Yvonne, are you? One house been built, and I am in the USA. No one here do what IamAara doing. Yeah, true. Yeah, my experience of the United States is a bit complicated, but let me say to you something. You have to remind what is the United States of America. Many people that don't understand about the United States of America. I do you recommend go see the videos of IamAara when it goes to New York, and then goes to this friend from Ghana. What is his name now? I don't remember very well. There's so many names of people. YouTube was it is house observing, so what must be doing something good. Yeah. Let's wait for the last day, like the guy said. And what's his name? This guy that lives in New York from Ghana. I think he's in the medical field. Does anybody remember the name of this gentleman? Lives in New York, that is living in a very good apartment, that is a friend of IamAara. Please, can you pop up the name so I can tell you this story about? Not Ivan. What is name? Sorry, my throat. What is name? Anyway, that friend of IamAara that is going to pick IamAara at the airport, and Ivan is on his car. Yes, that one. That guy, if you see how he received IamAara in his apartment, and say to IamAara, there's the keys, there's everything, what you need, what you don't need, do whatever you want. You wanna come sleep, you wanna go. That is what the fan base of IamAara in the United States of America. Straight talk, Aara has disposed financial support to IamAara in a very, very bad moments. That's what I say, IamAara will never walk alone. Ever will happen that. If you see the support that Mayuguna has gained, came from this support base here in the United Kingdom and in the United States. When Mayuguna talking about, this is one of the things also I'm not happy with, is the YouTube people not observing Mayuguna, only go to observe IamAara. I don't know if anybody knows, may they consider, because Mayuguna have something very different with the IamAara. This is very interesting. It's an offspring, it's a creation, it's an empowerment of IamAara. That's what IamAara is unique. But also YouTube should, this guy, like I say, I didn't like it when he was talking to the engineer. The way he was talking is like just, he was focused just on this character. This is the bad thing of cooperation. Just localize a problem. No, you can't just look at something very local, very pinpoint. You have to look in the broader aspect. You see many things. I can see too many negativity things from IamAara, but I look as a father, parent. Sometimes I say, yeah, that is not something to talk. It's not worth it, because does not have a face value. But the haters, they see face value. Even IamAara picks the toilet paper, they will say something. They will make a story. So I don't see that as a problem. IamAara sit in a toilet, do his business, and talk to a camera. For me, it would be normal, but for some people, it's going to be sensitive. See? Okay, guys, I think I have spoken a lot. 140 15 minutes. Basically, we're trying to talk about this YouTube presence at Nyambo was expected. In fact, it was something uh, that had to they could not miss, and this was one of the tricks of IamMoz. IamMoz pull up the best trick ever. Anybody on YouTube, you can have the 12 million viewers, whatever, but this trick of this party that IamMoz has created at Villa Medellin has wake up YouTube. I'm happy, and I hope YouTube comes now rewards to the African contenters with more pace, somehow. Sorry, African institutions advertise more. That might be the strategy of this guy at Nyambwanzi to understand what products YouTube can divert, because there is a way of splitting advertise for Europe, advertise for United Kingdom, advertises for China, advertises. There is a technique in radio that they use in TV, and YouTube may be using that technique, because the advertise you see in YouTube in each region when you're in Africa is different to the advertise YouTube runs when you're in Europe. That's why the advertisers in Europe pay more. That's why people target European audiences, because they expect that to be rewarded more in Europe, in America, in South America, is less pay, is a middle pay. But when it comes to Africa, viewers, the payment that African content creators get is peanuts. An example of myself, in my channel in Mozambique, Moz Sem Papas na Língua, that I talk about politics in Mozambique, I got monetized long time. I get monthly 37 cents of a pound. Very low payment, because I'm focused in the African audience, and that is a very little pay. And then I do understand why they pay me little, because in that country there is nothing to advert there, because the people, they only can advert there maybe it's Coca-Cola. People, they buy Coca-Cola a lot, maybe with that, but will Coca-Cola invest in a YouTube to do the promotion? No, that's those people focus. It's 3% of the population that goes and watch YouTube and pay tax. So these are the points may YouTube want to consider what type of marketing ads to bring and improve the earnings of people. That is good. They will promote this angle of content creation. Remember also 70% of these people, they went to Nyambwanzi, YouTube already from the data, they realize the intentions of these people, these offspring, how these offsprings they're gonna go, lifestyle, music, religion, maybe some become speakers. I had a year, the girlfriend of IamMoz talk about podcasts, maybe these things. We saw how Ian is educated in journalism and is doing these live streams. It's unique. His first content he was doing was almost closer to a documentaries, but the commentaries on YouTube, there's not a lot of people watch as a travel, you know, it gets huge viewers because of travelers when they get bored, or professors or people they want to study like health and safety things, people go and watch those things. But unfortunately, the way Ian was doing, in particular, go through the stuff of IamMoz, that was not very interesting. because that was like Muammar Gaddafi tell somebody with a gun, go out there, promote myself. That's what I felt. Ian, find Ian in the beginning, YouTube content creation. It's like he was just putting Aara here and like in a gold plate and say, you see this guy is this guy. He was not looking. Aara have legs, walk. It's important to do that, to talk about Aara like a human being that have legs. It's not just put people sitting in a chair and portray a very good picture and let them talk nice about Aara. I disagree completely with that. That is not content creation. That is rubbish. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Good evening. Sleep well. And I hope you have enjoyed this life. I want to congratulate everybody. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Everybody have subscribed on my channel. Finally, I became aware. I want to say thank you to Karen Kenboy for making me aware that the channel has reached 1,000 subscribers. Also, the maid from Dubai. Thank you. I love you, sister. Your content, you break the mood of my day. And everybody that has chat, sitting on the chat, and everybody that are watching, 29 people. We got a peak of 39. That was nice. 24 likes. I say thank you. I recommend it. And let's keep it. That we are here as a team. Let's keep working and promote Africa. That is the agenda. Also promote fraternity and friendship. Good evening. Bye.